generally the music that we're making, people might call it underground hip-hop or whatever, but people listen to what you say more often than they might like mainstream music isn't always about the message as much as it is about just sounding good. We're more about we're definitely about sounding good, but our message is why we do it.
I think I'll go insane if I break my bad habits. I think that I'm insane, I'm in love with the madness. Laughing at the weight of the world. Milky Way, meditate as I smoke swirls. Too weird to live, too rare to die. Only feel happy with the sadness in your eye. Too weird to live, too rare to die. Only feel happy with the sadness.
Of the whole recording process, I enjoy the most just seeing, like, it's a part of me that I just like manifested into another place where people can see it or enjoy it or hate it or make fun of it or get down with it, whatever, you know.
What's cool about this EP specifically is we weren't thinking about space or time or who has the most verses or whatever. It was just like T.O. wrote 3 bars, and then the 4th bar he was having trouble coming up with, so I wrote the 4th bar, and then I spit the 4th bar, and then it goes back into him for 7 bars, and then me for a bar, and we just go back and forth like that, and it's just really cool to be able to work together and hear that as a whole and feel good about it. I think that's so cool.
Addiction from the feeling we can't grasp. The issue with our planet is we all wear a mask.
Made of plastic, flashbacks bring another vanity default. Last one to put your hand up, a first one to call for help.
What if we were caught up in the lust and crash landed? The question that I ask, can there really be a last stand?
The last man standing is the only known savior. He learns not to repeat this behavior.
Finally find reflection in the feeling felt in God's hand.
Seems to me we lost the plan.
Uniform across the land.
Rushing to the old man's feet to see the master plan.
It's like obviously a very creative process, and it's obviously a very it takes a lot of coming together throughout all of us in order to find something that we can really compromise, and not using compromise in a way that it's bad, that it's like, we're sacrificing anything, but we're finding a place where all of our ideas can coexist and kind of like be cohesive and be one solid thing, which is usually a song or an album or something like that.
I think first of all, like, we were kind of talking about this the other day, is like we don't really have a choice, like whether we were like, this is a multi-million-dollar studio where we were pressing a record with a record label or something, or whether we're just kicking it here, whether it's in my room and we're recording a song. It's like, this is what we're gonna be doing, this is our hobby. So like it's just what we do. We express ourselves and we do it through music mostly. And what's cool about it is that we get to find other people like you guys who want to do it for the same purpose, and then people start recognizing that, and it makes you inspired to want to tell people about it and like get out of your shell and actually say these things that are important for people to hear.
It can be a tool for sending a positive message, and it can be a tool for showing people that there's a way to live that's different than most of the ways that they see just from walking down the street. It's a way to show people that here we are, we're human beings, and we're here doing this, and it's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful process of creation, and you can be part of it, and you can listen to it, and you can take what you want from it, and you can take whatever it gives you, and you can move on with your life and bring that thing that you got from it onto other places.
Epic in the darkness of the kaleidoscope, shivering cold, spot eye to eye with my own ghost. Your smile looks like the phantom of the words of what we're dancing in the rain, but it's okay, we're already soaked. You got a new tide to the highest constellation that reminds me of the grimiest crevices we came from. The deepest blues of the aurora borealis, as hard as the stones I threw at your glass palace. The rabbit hole don't end, the world don't care, the masses just trend. Half full glass, raised for a friend. The moon's half wax on the soul cruise again. Should have passed the ball to you again. The road's destined to bend, don't let it break your back. In fact, the pistol would relapse, a trap in a backtrack when the past is stab wound, but it heals too fast.
People getting it from our music, I feel like that might maybe help them out of a place in their life that they're in that's maybe a little bit harder, or if they're not in a hard place, it might just give them the next catalyst to bring them to maybe a higher state of mind. I mean, that's why we're called LiftedMindz. So I mean, that kind of describes like our goal is to lift minds, which I guess is a metaphor to enlighten people. So that definitely is our mission.
It's cool seeing that happen from start to finish, like, because everything starts as a thought, and then it becomes like this, everything around us, so it's interesting to see like a little thing such as a song, like see like the first line come to your head until you're playing it in front of like a bunch of people, and then seeing how they react to it. It's like just watching, just something, you just put it in the air and it has a life of its own almost.
It's cool because we're trying to really stick to the concept of facing forward, and that's like what we normally do, so it's good to kind of like be in an environment where we can like just reciprocate each other's ideas. It's dope.
The clock strikes midnight, welcome to a new day. Music, the miracle, the work. Love fits just right, we will never fade away. Mind's the temple, canvas the world. The clock strikes midnight, welcome to a new day. Heart is the ink, body the brush. Love fits just right, we will never fade away. Love is the message, the messenger's us.